Hello, and welcome to Moscato and Tea. This is the show for all things beauty, business, and community with your hosts, Inez and Chiquita, keeping it raw, real, and unfiltered.
What's up?
You're hilarious. What up? Are you trying to do the Martin? What's up?
What's up?
Yeah, you still trying to figure out your own?
I'm trying to figure it out. You know, I've done the Wendy Williams. I've done the City Girls. I've done it all, So I'm just trying to find my flow.
Yeah, you got it.
Let me be great.
You should be like Moscato and Tea.
You're a mess. So we are doing some Facebook Live. Hopefully I'm doing this right.
Girl, all I see is bright light.
Okay, listen, I don't know if I'm doing this right, but we go try it anyway. But no,
I know. We're doing all this live stuff, and I'm always looking a hot mess. Okay, that means
I know. And you get on me.
I know. I'm just going to have to take it up a notch.
Ooh, hi, guys.
Go for I think that side is better side.
Let's see. I don't know.
Hello, you see? The glare is not as bad.
Oh, well, you know what? They should be just happy that we're doing this.
Oh, girl, bye.
Anyway, no, I just wanted to, talk today about marketing.
Yes.
Because we're both entrepreneurs, building our brands. Well, your brand is skyrocketing. You're everywhere traveling and stuff.
Yes.
So I just wanted to kind of briefly touch on that and just, figure out, what's working, what's not working, kind of get some opinions and stuff like that from people.
You want to put the camera on you and not on the damn...
Sorry. I'm not good at this. Sorry. Shoot. I'm just surprised I was able to turn it on.
Okay.
Seriously. But yeah, no, I wanted to do... all about marketing.
Okay, great.
So for myself, I have so many different projects in business. I have my film company. We have the podcast, Moscato and Tea, and then also I have my publishing company.
Correct.
And so lately I've really been thinking and studying on marketing and just trying to figure out what's working and what's not working.
Right.
And I know lately I've been doing really good with social media marketing.
Okay.
Especially for books and marketing and stuff like that. And so I use Instagram, Twitter. I use Facebook.
Okay.
I also, promote on different publishing websites and everything like that. And then at the same time, I do marketing with ads. Like Amazon ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads,
right.
And then also BookBub ads. And so just studying and researching and figuring out the marketing plan with that. And unfortunately, which has me really annoyed, I got rejected on a couple ads for Amazon.
What? Why?
Yes. Supposedly, they rejected it because it was erotic. And my books...
Yeah, so because you got the dirty books.
It's not dirty books, it's romance novels, okay? But they supposedly it could either be the cover or it can be the categories that you have it in, or it can be, which I did not know, the title.
Oh.
So it was just like, what the hell?
Right.
So and the weird thing which frustrated me is that they ran the ad for 2 days before they rejected it. And really pissed me off because I was making sales.
Wow.
So it's just like trying to figure that out and study that and stuff. In BookBub, they have no issue with covers and all that stuff. So that has been selling really well.
Well, that's kind of interesting because I've seen some of the book covers that they have on Amazon that people do. And some of those are a little racy.
Very.
So, I don't understand why all of a sudden they would reject yours.
Exactly.
Was it because, which book was it?
It was one where there's a woman sitting down or whatever, but a piece of her shoulder is showing. Just a small little piece, like the shirt is off of her shoulder a little bit. But the title is called His Peace, Her Pleasure. Supposedly, my distributor said it was possibly the title.
Yeah, I would say it's going to probably be the title.
But I've seen crazier titles.
Absolutely. But, this is Amazon. So,
on, Jeff.
Maybe just for Amazon. A good way to promote it is instead of putting it, how would they feel about you changing and then put disclaimer, on the bottom, it's actually the book. you know, his piece, her pleasure, whatever, you know, I don't know. I think it's probably that than anything else.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy. I was going to look into it today to possibly see what I can change up on it.
Or even contact Amazon and be like, okay, so what's the problem? I've seen, if you can have some receipts and be like, I see this title, this title, this title, and this. Why did you single out my book?
Yeah, because I've seen much, much worse.
Right.
And it's really crazy.
Wow.
You know, but other than that, I've been doing a lot of, I know a lot of authors do this, is doing partnering up with PR companies. So I've been doing a lot of work with PR companies. So if you're ever, you know, wanting to get into that world and that field, look into PR companies. They do a lot of like book releases and
lucky for you, like, you know, there's PR companies for your industry, a lot of books and a lot of things. Yes. My industry, I've been trying to find a PR company, honestly, because I have so much. Yeah, I have so much, like really a lot of stuff. I didn't realize like my resume is really big. Yeah. And I have a lot of things and myself trying to do it. But some of these PR companies, because they do a lot of celebrities, they you know, actors and things like that, you know, is just phenomenally expensive. And if you're a solopreneur trying to get all of this out, it's very difficult. So I'm trying to figure out, this might be another business out there, like, you know, just beauty PR people that just cater in beauty only.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Like cater and beauty only, and, you know, be able to, because everyone that I've contacted or who knows, they contact me with these PR people, but these PR people, like, I'm not an actress. Yeah. And a lot of them I understand because, you know, they're TV, they get them on TV shows. I get that. That's part of the whole thing with me too. I've been on TV. I've done a couple of things, but trying to figure it out has just been a really hard as far as marketing. Because if you do get with a PR company, which I've worked with companies that have had PR, it's amazing how that changes everything. But, you know, I guess sometimes you say you got to spend money to make money.
No, I agree. We completely agree, and we actually talked about this with another friend. Since I've been doing these ads and everything, I have seen an increase in sales, which is a great thing. You know, but at the same time, it's like trying to get word of mouth with bigger companies. Even in the book world, it's very expensive. Yeah. So it's all about networking too.
Yeah, I think networking is key. I remember I used to do a lot more networking than I do now. I'm just so busy. I'm going all over the place. But even when I'm going out and about, I'm still trying to network in my industry. It's a little, you know, here's another one I didn't even think about because now we're just kind of about to go. Have you ever even thought about doing a book fair or doing like a book, how do you call it, conference?
I actually am getting into that and researching. There's a couple book fairs and signings coming up this summer. So I am looking into that, and this will like be my first one. We'll probably have to record and video how that goes and stuff like that. I just have to, you know, order the books and stuff. I highly recommend to people, authors for sure, research the companies first before you just pay for stuff. Don't be just randomly buying stuff. Make sure you research and look at the demographics, look at, you know, the location, and what they, as far as the people that are coming in, just because you want to make sure that whatever you're paying for, you're going to get a decent return.
Yeah, you're going to get, so you want a return on your investment. Yeah. ROI, return on investment.
Listen, big time.
So, you know, I feel you on that. Even with myself and my industry, it's very different. You know, we do have, skincare shows. And we do have we have some really huge conventions. I would say the top 3 are New York, Chicago, and Vegas. There is more. There's like Orlando, there's Florida, there's San Jose, there's just a bunch of other ones. I think they have one in like Atlanta. They got all kinds of different ones. But New York, Chicago, and Vegas are the 3 biggest ones. And these are major companies in the industry that, you know, have the floor and kind of do things. If I highly suggest, I know how I got my name out there quite a bit too and started working with other companies was if you guys are in the, you know, beauty biz and this is what you want to do is go to these shows, pay your $60, $70, sometimes $100 for a day or two, but have business cards with you and hand out your business cards. Tell them, are you guys hiring? Are you looking for a rep? Are you looking for someone? Here's my, can I send you my resume? Can I do these kinds of things? And that'll kind of put a name. And I also know that, industry-wise, especially, it's a small industry. As big as it is, it's still pretty small. Name travels quite a bit. So really exposing yourself and putting yourself out there. I haven't done Facebook ads or Instagram ads because I'm not really promoting that kind of. If I had to I definitely do skincare clients, then I would definitely do that when my after wax care, all of that comes out, which I'm still working on. I'm almost there, girl. That's not like you do something overnight.
I know.
Definitely doing the promos like that. That really does help. For me, it's pretty much been really a lot of it lately has been word of mouth. Again, word of mouth is going around. Finding clients, new clients are coming through from word of mouth. And I did a couple of, I did a video. And some people saw me on the video. Okay. When I did, remember I did that video with Michelle on waxing. That's on YouTube, as a matter of fact. And you can find the video on Michelle Carr's YouTube video. It's about waxing and sugaring and everything else. And believe it or not, a couple of clients have come through from that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, it's really kind of just exposing yourself as much as possible to promote every business and every marketing. Every business is different, but it's all pretty much the same.
Are you a part of any memberships? I know for me as an author, I'm in the RWA, which is the Writers Guild, the Romance of America.
No, I need to look into more of those. We do have some, but a lot of these things are for you to go in and pay for a class and kind of see. We don't really have that kind of organization. There is a group out there that you have to be a certified esthetician. Okay. There is an esthetician group that you could ask questions and you can post your stuff. They go through it. For you to become a member, you have to prove your show your license. They have to verify you. They do everything else before you can get on this, which I'm a part of. Yeah. And so they do, I go through there, see questions, see different things. They do have they do have flash sales on introducing esties to new products and product lines, which is great. You do hear about shows and things like that, but as far as alliances and things like that, not really.
Okay. Yeah.
Not really. And then, I just also I'm trying to do better with finding more groups like Instagram and more esthetician groups and things that are actually promoting esties and trying to get my name onto those platforms because that also helps.
Yeah, I would assume on Instagram.
On Instagram, here's the thing with Instagram is kind of like a double-edged sword for me. I find that, a lot of times you follow these women or companies that are, a lot of it's smoke and mirrors because as I know, all of a sudden this girl's been a SD for 3 years and she has 150,000 followers and she has all these things. I'm like, okay, really? What?
I've heard people pay for that for followers.
And I those are things I'm actually genuine. My followers are people who really do follow me. I don't have I haven't even hit 100,000. Yeah. At the end of the day, for me, that's not a big deal. Yeah. But I do understand that it can be not encouraging. So there were some people I was following that were in the industry that I found to be negative, or I just didn't like what they were portraying and putting across that I quit following, and I've noticed I felt better about things.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
I mean, that's another thing, you guys.
Negativity.
Just because you follow and if you're feeling some type of way when you're looking at this person's page or you're feeling so, deactivate and don't follow anymore. Because then there was just a couple of things, and I think there was also a couple of them too, where you ask questions, you DM, and you might be like, "Hey, here," because I get quite a few DMs. People always DM me, asking me questions about some of the stuff that I do, and I do. Yeah. I'll answer. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that because at the end of the day, we're millions and millions of people in the world. So me telling some girl that's in Atlanta or even telling my neighbor what I do doesn't make it me. So I think my just whole concept is different. I just find that, a lot of times you might DM someone and ask a question like, hey, what is that? I'm interested in it. They want to like charge you for it, or they're rude, or they're just, those kinds of things. So, when you're doing your marketing and you're doing your market research, because you do have to market research, just make sure whoever you're following is somebody who's inspirational and not making you feel a certain type of way.
Yeah. And make sure you have your brand set, logo, all that stuff before you go out and try and, talk to somebody to get sponsorship or anything like that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Make sure
that's the biggest thing of all, from many years of experience and watching and seeing things, because I know for us with the podcast and everything, we're going to be, we're into doing sponsorship and ads and everything like that. And I didn't even know this, and I was researching and found out there's podcast festivals.
Shut your mouth.
I did not know that.
Girl, remember I told you we found out also there's podcast awards.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, whoa, this whole podcast thing is blowing up in ways that, I wasn't even expecting. Now, even in my industry, now people are just doing podcasts specifically for that. Our podcast was not specifically for that. We just are two girls that two women that have a platform that you want to talk about. We said, hey, you want to talk about the entertainment industry? I want to talk about the beauty industry. They go hand in hand, and we could just talk about those things and not, which I think is a good thing too. Is for us to at least try to have once a month a show dedicated to each industry, because we're finding there's lack of, or people wanting, that kind of thing. But so for us talking about marketing and marketing your business and market yourself.
Yes.
This is something that I find that a lot of times people just don't do. I am one, I could totally, I'm sometimes like that. I'm in the beauty industry. I need to market myself more in beauty than if I just roll out of bed and with sweats, because that's the type of girl I am. I could walk out and not comb my hair. But those are things that are really important if you're talking about your brand and what you're trying to portray out there in your brand. What else is a good? That's a really good marketing technique, is always having your business cards on hand.
Yes.
Always having that where somebody goes, you have a card? Yes. You have a card? I'm guilty of sometimes not even having cards. And I'm like, dude, that was such an opportunity.
Yeah. And I think also like having a website.
Yeah,
or a blog or something like where they can see your portfolio of your work. I think it's really important. I literally have a website for all of my business, for the podcast, everything.
We have
websites, everything.
Everything. I got this one. We got the podcast. I got my own business. I don't have one for myself, but at some point people are like, you should have one for you. No, my business and me are equal, girl. Oh, embarrassing.
No, I completely agree. And I just think overall in the marketing world and just research, that's the biggest thing. Yeah. And put yourself out there. I'm working on that myself because I'm very like...
Yeah.
and
even
behind the scenes.
Even though we're talking about our own personal, we also talk about this podcast as well. Like we've had to, Chiquita and I, as much as we sit here and kiki haha, we also have really deep conversations about how are we representing our brand here, because this is a totally Moscato Tea is a whole different identity. It's a whole different entity.
Yeah.
I have to market myself and brand myself for one. Now we have to do it here. So we're getting better, which I'm totally proud about you. You're stepping up to the plate.
Yes, I'm trying.
I know you're not trying, you're doing. You're stepping up to the plate. Always wanting to be behind the scenes. I was like, you can't always be behind the scenes. I can't be always the one in the front of it because there's two of us. Yeah. People might be like, yeah, there goes Inez, but what happened to, Chiquita? Where's she at? So she's doing better. You'll see more of her on the on that as well. We're also we're
doing more events and stuff. We're going out on the road.
On the road, yes. We're trying to we started a couple, if you could see, done a couple of lives, like Instagram Live. Yeah. That's another thing you can promote in any business. You could go live with anything. Answering questions, do a Q&A. Yeah. 2 minutes, 3 minutes. We're actually realizing that, it's working. It's working. Like people are like, oh, they got something to say. We want to hear see what it is. So you may not think somebody wants to hear what you got to say, but there's somebody out there who will. And if there isn't anybody, who cares? You're just eventually somebody's going to sit there and go, oh, she's always posting. Let me see what she's posting about or he's posting about. Yeah.
One other thing I want to make sure, which actually just kind of released this week, people are talking about it. It's been all over social media. Copyright. They just passed a law. The Supreme Court just passed a bill or whatever about copyright, and like you can't sue somebody unless your work is copyrighted. And like how it used to be, I guess supposedly like 70 years it will last, but now it's like 3 years, and it's from the time you actually copyright it. So basically, if you create something, even if it's a digital like YouTube channel or anything like that, you need to make sure you go copyright it ASAP.
Oh, I gotta go copyright my
shit. They literally are changing the laws.
Oh, so it used to be 70 years, so now it's not. It's every 3 years now?
Exactly. And then you have to have proof that you created that. So somebody else can come up with a Zen by whatever, and unless you have actual proof documentation from the time that you registered, you can't sue them.
Oh.
So it's really like... It goes back to voting. I'm sorry, but it goes back to voting and looking at what's going on and studying and researching to make sure that, that
your business and your brand is being protected.
Big time.
I mean, if that's the case, I guess that makes sense as well, because, recently, just because we're talking about marketing and branding, Fashion Nova came under attack from Kim Kardashian for like literally like she just wore something from a designer, and within 24 hours or 48 hours, they already have a copy of it, and it's already posted on their
on their page.
Their page and selling. She's claiming that, for a lot cheaper. She's claiming that she's not working with them. Just people are just kind of looking at it side eye. It's just too quick. But at the end of the day, things like that do happen. If somebody looks up to you, you're an influencer, you do everything and anything you do, somebody's going to try to do it and do it in a cheaper version. Yeah. So, I mean,
that's true.
What can you do? It's like basically just protect yourself as much as you can. And a lot of times if people are going to steal what you're doing, take it as flattery. I always say that means I'm doing something right.
Exactly.
And somebody loves what I'm doing.
Exactly.
And I mean, here's a prime example. I do, there is somebody that follows me and she's cool. She hit me up. She DM'd me. I answer her back and she's like, oh, hey, by the way, I love your page and I repost a lot of the stuff you post and I hope it's okay with you if you haven't noticed. And I was like, sure, for sure. Like, I love to share. Why not? You can repost it. It's not a big deal. Because for me, it's not a big deal.
Yeah. But I think with doing that, and this is actually kind of goes into the book world, author was talking about somebody had reposted one of her posts. They literally didn't change anything about it. And her name and registration is on the photo, but they reposted in their group and stuff, and they got a lot of hits. So I think, which is great, but you need to put like your stamp of your name on that photo.
And here's the thing. I do both. I create my own. So when I do create my own, I do put my logo and my stamp on it. So if somebody does, they have no choice but to tag me on it. Oh, I got it from her. But there are stuff that I just get off of Pinterest, or I find something and I'll just post it. I don't think it's a big deal.
Yeah.
And if somebody wants to repost it, for sure. I mean, I'm reposting it from somebody else that I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? But I do think that if that's another thing, but if you see that somebody put their name on it, give them credit. That's what I do. If I post something that somebody has, I'll be like, oh, I found this. There was a couple of paintings I put it up and I put my own, and then I said, oh, painting by, and I tagged that person.
Yeah.
Oh, I use something. Oh, this is from so and so, because that's only fair.
No, I agree.
Because there's no way in social media now you could really control as much of it.
That's true.
Because we were just talking about also that, some people are using music to and you're not supposed to. It's supposed to be copywritten and you're supposed to pay.
Yeah. And then they're saying in these posts, oh, I don't own the rights to this.
I don't own I don't own the rights to this music.
I'm like,
so does that stop you from having to pay for it? Like,
exactly.
So it's a very
it's a tricky world.
Yeah, it's a very tricky one. So just have to do your research and figure it out.
Crazy. Anyway, lady, it's been a pleasure.
Like always.
Learning a lot. Influencing a lot.
Oh, girl.
And I know you're going to be traveling soon. And so we'll have to figure out, another time to get together, figure out what's happening. We got some movies coming out that we want to go see.
Absolutely.
So we just got to work our schedules out.
Yeah, no, for sure. So, we always manage.
Yes, we do. But anyway, thank you guys for listening.
Hey, yeah,
Make
thank you. Yeah, for listening.
Follow us, Instagram, Twitter, download, SoundCloud. It's been popping off. Okay.
Yes. And also, we've had a couple of comments from people like responding. If you haven't commented and you want to, just know we will respond to your comments.
Yeah.
So we love it. So if you like our page or if you like anything, let us know and we will respond. So you're not a one that will never be seen.
Yes.
So just FYI on that.
Yeah. Some of those comments though, which is a little crazy though. Some of those comments like, love your music. We don't need music.
Well, of course, because that's just an automatic thing. But I'm talking about if you're a true legit comment
and have questions about anything,
something, we will answer back.
We will. And we appreciate you all. So we'll talk to you later.
Bye. Thanks for listening. Take a little time to enjoy your brand of Moscato and Tea with us every day. Subscribe, rate, and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and MoscatoandTea.com.